Hello! Today we're going to have a good time talking about Pennsylvania. The ingredients we have in here is olive oil, castor oil, and canola oil. Here is my lard and cocoa butter and coconut oil. The other ingredients I'll be adding is goat milk and Quaker oatmeal. The second state to join the United States, Pennsylvania, abbreviated PA, joined December 12th, 1787. The capital of Pennsylvania is Harrisburg. It goes by a couple of different nicknames. The first one is the Keystone State. The reason why it has this nickname is because it's based in part upon its central location among the original 13 colonies forming the United States, and also in part because of the number of important American documents signed in the state, such as the Declaration of Independence, which I think the majority of us know what that is. A second nickname Pennsylvania goes by is the Quaker State. This is in recognition of Quaker William Penn's first frame of government constitution for Pennsylvania that guaranteed liberty of conscience. He knew of the hostility Quakers faced when they opposed religious ritual, taking oaths, violence, war, and military service, and what they viewed as ostentatious frippery. I think we should look up what ostentatious frippery is real quick, because I don't know what those words mean, and I'm not going to pretend like I do. So let's learn right now. Ostentatious. It's an adjective, characterized by vulgar or pretentious display, designed to impress or attract notice. Alright, I understand that definition. Now, let's find out what frippery means. I feel like I've heard that word before, and I feel like I can guess what that word means, but I can't tell you for a fact. Frippery is a noun. Showy or unnecessary ornament in architecture, dress, or language. William Penn was a Quaker. It sounds like they were a very peaceful folk that opposed a lot of things. So, Pennsylvania's motto: virtue, liberty, and independence. Their anthem is simply labeled Pennsylvania. Now we all want to know, how was Pennsylvania named? Very short story, just like with Delaware. England's King Charles II gave William Penn, a Quaker as we learned, the right to settle there, and named the area Pennsylvania in honor of William Penn's father, Admiral Sir William Penn, which I couldn't find a picture of his father. Citizens of Pennsylvania are called Pennsylvanians, which I think we probably could have figured that one out. By the way, the reason why I put oats in my soap is because of Quaker oats. Because if you didn't put two and two together, the man that is the mascot on Quaker oats is William Penn. Now, Pennsylvania's flag consists of a blue field on which the state coat of arms is embroidered. The Pennsylvania coat of arms features a shield crested by an American bald eagle, flanked by horses, and adorned with symbols of Pennsylvania's strengths. And those are a ship carrying state commerce to all parts of the world, a clay red plow, a symbol of Pennsylvania's rich natural resources, and 3 golden sheaves of wheat, representing fertile fields and Pennsylvania's wealth of human thought and action. An olive branch and a cornstalk cross limbs beneath. These are symbols of peace and prosperity. The state motto, virtue, liberty, and independence, appears festooned below. Atop the coat of arms is a bald eagle, representing Pennsylvania's loyalty to the United States. Now I will go through the list of state symbols, things that Pennsylvania says, these are ours. So, Pennsylvania's state colors are blue and gold, and if you haven't noticed, that is what I have put into this soap with straight oil and mica. And you're probably like, what in the world is she doing? Well, I'm figuring that out myself. Their state amphibian is an eastern hellbender. What a creature. It's a salamander. Their bird is the ruffed grouse, which I think is a pretty cool looking bird. Their state insect is the Pennsylvania firefly. I grew up calling them lightning bugs. And I'm curious, are fireflies all over the world, I haven't really researched fireflies, but they're really cool insects. I don't like that many insects, but I like fireflies. They have a state dog breed, and it's the Great Dane. The Great Danes are really cool dog breeds. You just gotta have the money to keep them healthy and the space to let them run, but they are really cool dogs. I've met several. State fish is the brook trout. The state flower is mountain laurel. They have a state mammal, which is a white-tailed deer. Their state plant is the Pingrift crownvetch. Never heard of such. State tree is the eastern hemlock. They've got a state fossil, which is the trilobite. And just like Delaware, their state beverage is milk. Some of Pennsylvania's top natural economy sources are milk, beef, chicken eggs, greenhouse plants, mushrooms, corn, hay, soybeans, apples, grapes, peaches, strawberries, coal, limestone, and natural gas. I don't know how to get a picture of natural gas since it's invisible. So here's some machinery. But as a reminder, with my soaps, they are going to be based on something, anything that I choose from the list of facts that I shared with you today. And the thing that I chose was their state colors of blue and gold. So basically I added the oats because of William Penn. And I added the goat milk because their state beverage is milk, which I could have added goat milk in Delaware's soap, but I just didn't. This is 2 days later. It's Saturday. Let's see if we can mold it. I think maybe I'm adding more water than I used to, and it's taking longer. Maybe I'll start adding salt. That's probably what I'll do. Maybe a little less water. I'm going to let this set out for a little bit because it's still kind of soft. Alright, I waited about 8 hours. Let's see, you see more of my cutter than of my soap right here, don't you? Let's hope that's okay. Oh, well, my blue looks kind of gray. See if it's the whole way through like that. This is different. Kind of a, you can definitely see the shimmer of the gold. Interesting. It's got faint swirls in it. So I have 2 complaints about YouTube today. One, that they're removing the polls, which is, you know, like when a little eye pops up in the top right corner and I can be like, hey, do you like Philadelphia? And then I would give you some options like, well, yes, of course I do. Or, I don't know, I've never been there. But they're removing those polls and I really liked those. Anyway. And then my second complaint, I went to go look at my video analytics of our most recent collaboration, and I saw tons of comments that I was never notified that I got. So I had to go respond to a whole bunch of comments that YouTube never told me that were sent to me. It was kind of bothersome that they didn't tell me that I got those comments. Have any of you seen the movie Rocky? You know, Rocky Balboa. The reason why I mention that is because that movie takes place in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia is the largest city in Pennsylvania, even though it's not the capital. And I only mention that because it's relevant. I was thinking about just sharing a small little clip from a movie that takes place in each state, just because movies are just one of my hobbies, along with soap. For my Delaware soap, I shared that really short clip from Wayne's World. So I figured I could continue that and try to find a movie that I like that somehow relates to the state. So for Pennsylvania, I chose Rocky, which Rocky is what I named one of my newest rats. The swirls in this are nothing like I expected them to be. Some of them are kind of cool looking, but they're very faded. But doing what I did in this batch of soap was completely an experiment. I was curious what would happen. Alright, let's stamp these soaps. At the end of my soap video here, I'll show you a little short clip from Rocky, just because I was wanting to go with the movie theme. After that, you can turn off the video, but if you don't want to, I'll be playing the official theme for Pennsylvania. Just because I wanted to have all the symbols in there. Each state has an anthem, at least so far from my research. Not every state has a color though, which is strange. Well, goodness gracious, do I appreciate you being here with me. The only reason I make these videos is because I enjoy your company. I hope that you had a good time. I hope you learned something about Pennsylvania. I know I sure did. We'll see you next time for the third state. What's it gonna be?
Look at this, you know. I've been running up and down these steps for 20 years, and I never knew there was valuable pictures in this building, you know?
Well, you're never too old to learn something new.
Yeah.
You're gonna love Picasso.
Oh, yeah, well, I love almost everybody.